Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about the very first things you need to do to get your first rental property. And some of this stuff is going to be kind of boring. I'll try to gloss over that. If anybody has any specific questions, I'll try to answer it in the comments. But these are the most crucial things that you need to do, and I'm going to go over it step by step. So, the first thing that you need to do is you need to, if you have not already, established credit. I promise you, if you're one of those people that are like Dave Ramsey and I pay everything in cash, I don't need credit, my parents, said I don't need credit, wrong. Wrong. If you go to the bank and ask for a $300, $500, $100,000 loan and you have zero credit is worse than bad credit. Here's the reason why. Bad credit, they know what to expect. Zero credit means they have no idea. It's an unknown risk, right? So they don't know how to assess for that. So please trust me. You need to go get a secured card. If you go into any bank or credit union and say, I need a secured card to start building my credit, I have $300 or $500 or even $100, whatever. Give it to them. They will issue you a secured card. Make very small purchases, bubblegum, gas, whatever, and pay it off immediately. And keep doing that for like 6 months. And then probably by 6-8 months, something like that, you can probably go get a starter credit card, like something at Capital One. That was my first starter card. Be careful. Some of those do have annual fees. Try to avoid annual fees whenever possible. They're just really not worth it, especially when you're just trying to establish your credit. But secured card, 6-8 months, go get a credit card. Get a car loan if you can. It's going to suck, right? Because if you're building credit, they're going to hammer you on the interest rates. So like I could go get a car for like 5%, 8%. You with no credit or very bad credit, you're going to go get a car loan and they're going to charge you 12, 15, 20% interest, maybe more. So just building credit's super important. Please just get started immediately. As soon as you finish this video, go to the bank and give them $300, get a secured card. If you already have credit, make it better. While you're preparing to get a house so you can start real estate investing, make it better. If you're in the 6s, get in the 7s. If you're in the 7s, try to get as close to 8 as possible. Really, after 750, it doesn't really matter too much. So if you're at 750, congrats, move on to the next step. So the next thing you need to do is you want to establish your work history. Preferably stay in the same industry for at least 2 years. Now I know this sucks. If you've been a waiter for a year, if you've been pumping gas, which I know is only a thing in like Oregon and like some other state, whatever, some dishwashing job, a fast food, whatever it is, right? If you're at a crappy job, by switching industries, you are going to make it very difficult to get a loan, right? Because if your expertise is in hospitality and then you go into sales, they're not the same, right? If you're an IT person and you go into you're starting your own business, not the same thing, right? So if you're switching industries, it's just not good, right? So try to get a W-2 job, W-2, and hold that for at least a year, preferably 2. They want to see consistency, right? Think about it. If I was to lend you money, do you think I'd want somebody who switches jobs every 3 months? Or do I want somebody who's been at the same job, doing the same thing for 10 years, right? And I'm not saying you need to be there 10 years or anything like that, but who's the better bet? The person who switches jobs every 3 months or the person who's been doing the same thing for 10 years? That guy's a better bet. So you want to, and just think like the bank, you guys. Think like the bank. What do they want? They want good credit. They want, hey, if I loan this guy money, is he going to pay me back? Where is he going to get the money to pay me back? Oh, he's been at the same job for 10 years. Probably not going to quit that job. Probably not going to get fired. So think like the bank. So whatever it is you're doing, and here's the thing. If you're making such a low wage that you will never qualify for a house, then get out of it immediately. Get into sales, go back to college, get a trade, be a plumber, electrician, HVAC person, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you need to do, go do it, right? So if you're in fast food or you're a dishwasher, probably, depending on where you're at, you're probably not going to be able to get a loan. And this is in America, 30-year fixed. We have these programs here, but you need to be bankable. So you need to have good credit, need to have consistent employment, and you need to, basically you just need to earn enough. And this is the toughest part in this economy right now, and probably across the world. The toughest part right now is earning enough to keep up with inflation, to make sure you can pay for groceries, pay your rent, save up money for a down payment. That's the next thing. So you can actually go buy this place. So you have to be making money. So that's really tough. And if you're in an industry where you're not making enough right now, you need to go do something else. I know hate to say it, but if you're gonna be stuck. So please don't get yourself unstuck. And the third and most, it also is equally as important as your credit and your employment is your down payment. So essentially, whenever you go get a loan, no bank is going to give you 100% of the value, right? If hey, I want to go buy this house and it's $300,000, the bank isn't going to give you all that money. You have to put some money down. On top of, you have realtor commissions, mostly if you're the seller, that you have to pay for, closing costs, title fee, inspections, plus your down payment, right? So buying a home comes with expenses. So it's very important. When I bought my first house, I saved for an entire year. Go to that video. I made a video of it. I saved for an entire year. I told you exactly what I did to save $20,000 in 1 year. And it took me an entire year to save up that money. So nobody gave me anything. I worked days and weekends and scrimped and saved and ate beans and rice, didn't do anything fun. It was awful. It was one of the worst years of my life, honestly. But I needed to do that so I could save up the money so I could go buy the place. So any way you can save money, if you can turn in cans, if you can do side work, if you can create logos, whatever your job is, try to get somebody to pay you for it on the weekends, right? Work day and night. If you have a family, I totally understand. You're changing the trajectory of your family's life right now. So your kids, your partner, they're gonna have to take a back seat while you do this. You're gonna have to work a lot. It's gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate life. But trust me, it is worth it. At the end of the day, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 properties, whatever it is you want to go for, you will look back and say, man, I am so glad that I did that. Because I look back at it, I only have 3 properties, and I am so glad that I made that sacrifice because it allowed me to start trading up, right? So now I make money from my properties instead of me just trading all of my time away for money. So again, 3 most important things. And the credit thing, you can start right now. You literally, when the bank's open, go get a secured secured card, give them $300. You can start that immediately. The next thing you want to do is you want to start, the work thing is a little bit tougher, right? So, but you can, whatever you're doing right now, you can start saving up money. If you have money in your wallet, take it out of your wallet so you don't spend it. Put it somewhere safe, whether it's a bank account, wherever you're not going to spend it. If you got to put it underneath your mattress, if that's what you have to do to stop you from spending it, then do that. It's probably better to put it in a high yield savings account, and I'll talk more about those later. But if you're going to spend the money, you put it somewhere where you're not going to spend it. And you're probably going to need at least $20,000. And there are some maybe even 30 or 40,000 now because, interest rates are higher, prices are higher than when I bought my first home. But again, the most important thing is you have to take action, right? You have to take action. You have to go get the secured card. You have to start, even if it's a quarter, even if it's 25 cents, just put it somewhere and just do that every day. Go turn in cans. Go take a walk. and see if you can find any loose change. I did this. I really did this on the weekends. I would walk around my town and look for cans and change, and I would pick up pennies. I would literally pick up pennies off the ground, nickels and quarters and stuff. I remember one time I found a $5 bill, and I about lost it. Somebody just a $5 bill on the ground. So, it just, yeah. So when it comes down to it, you guys, those are the most important things, right? You got to be in a career that is paying you enough to afford to buy a house. Something that will help you is buying a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, because you can use those rental incomes to help you qualify. In fact, I'll be honest, it's probably easier to qualify for a duplex than it is a fourplex, or excuse me, a single family. So talk to your lender. Go get a lender. If you guys need a suggestion, I could probably help you out depending where you're at. I know people. So, you know, just, you got to start getting around people. You got to start, you know, keep watching my videos, watch other people. There's, you know, Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, you know, Grant Cardone's a little out there, but, you know, Dave Ramsey for saving, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. There's so many videos, so much information, so much podcasts out here. Just, you know, start learning. That's, and while you're waiting for this year, right? While you're saving up the money, while you're building your credit, while you're getting in a job that will help you, allow you to buy a property, learn. Watch these videos, do whatever you can, just get better. So when you have the credit, when you have the job, when you have the money, then you already know you have the knowledge to go make a good purchase. With that, I'll see you guys next time.